Okay, a shorter abbreviation for me at least of day number, the first full day of podcast movement evolution. So I came in late to one of the classes that I wanted to go to. So I decided to stay in the same area because I knew I did a lot of walking there. I had to do a lot of walking back. But So the next class I heard about different podcasting, like how the right way to. Well, even though this is a beginner's class, I still was able to, I still wanted to give people coverage of what it is like to go. And now I was only able to get the beginner's track, even though I did host the shows in the past. But there are different tracks that was more expensive that I wanted to be because this is not like the main podcast movement where everybody could go just whatever track that they want. This one is specific to the different styles like beginner, pro, and also they have industry with media podcasters that work at radio stations and TV example for that. But so I was only able to go to beginner, and it was at the low prices that I could afford. And then also with my hotel comp, that even though I chose the wrong hotel at the time, only because A, of the walking distance, and B, if I was able to, I could have stayed at the MGA Grand, knowing that the monorail was there. So the only reason I chose the Excalibur was the fact that it fits my brand. And so but otherwise, the other topic that I heard was from Alex. He was the main event. So I'm glad I got to hear him. Are you going to hear him on my YouTube page? And I'm sorry I had to put part one and part two. Usually, anything that goes over 30 minutes or so will not make the YouTube video. I wanted to make sure that I could have this great class. I mean, I like the way he was flowing with Joe, make it real personal, and everything was all good. And Alex just made the class all flow and it was very great. But the thing I came up from one of the other classes, trust yourself. Trust yourself. And I think I like that because we can't even we don't even trust ourselves in the long run. So, but when I saw trust yourself on that class before Alex class, it was just like wow, a light bulb had come up. Now, I am Prince DJ. I have that name from my late wife, and I still keep it in honor. And also, I'm still doing podcast in honor of JB, who was my mentor. But nonetheless, yeah. So I'm waiting for the 4:30 keynote with the iHeart panel, and the first one is usually not for me, so I'm going to wait until 4:30 to do that. Now they was going to have an iHeart party off premises. I think it's going to be at the Conwell Hotel and Casino. The Conwell Hotel Conwell. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but if I do, forgive me. Uh, Other than that, I might not go because I had to walk back. As I just told you earlier, Lyft had just, oh my God, I don't know what is up with the Lyft at different places. They just like either take my money or they made it so I can't even use my Lyft cash, which had $90 left. I still could have had $12 each to either come here and I could walk back, but now I gotta walk every time. It is there's a keynote. Okay, tomorrow, for example, tomorrow I wanted to go to a live podcast recording. Another podcaster is going to be recording here tomorrow. I want to do that, but I gotta leave early enough so I can get here on time. And then way in the afternoon, about 4:30, Stephen A. Smith from uh, one of ESPN sports many sports shows that Stephen A. Smith does, and sometimes he has to commentate on different things that happen in sports. He will be here at the Westgate tomorrow, and he's going to be one of the featured keynote speakers. And I have to be here tomorrow. I think I've been on, well, not on one Steve A. Smith show, but in the audience a couple of times. And, so I have to be there for that tomorrow. Yeah. So the great takeaway that I take from this is be yourself, and also from Alex is don't be afraid to be funny in the middle of your podcast because that's something what I do all the time. And I just gave Alex my information. I had invited him to be on the program, and yeah, so that's day one. Put it in the book. Now, if there's something that I could uh, do with the keynote, if I could promote that, I will do that, and or I'll just give you my taste on it. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just so tired because I had to walk, and uh, maybe I'm glad I didn't drink too much, or I did have a cheeseburger with me, but I said like no, if I had to use the bathroom, that's a long walk to get to the bathroom and back, and I said no, I'm not gonna do it. So I'm exhausted. I am completely exhausted. So maybe I might not go to the iHeart party. Just make my own party. Especially when it's off location like that. So anyway, but all fair and love of war. They full day one of podcast movie evolution. Put it in the books. This is Chris DJ covering podcast movie evolution for the Big D Zone. Long shot before that. Uh, don't forget, powerlinehub.com slash Big D Country. Powerlinehub.com slash Big D. Yes, you might be saying, Prince DJ, are you still promoting Live Good? Yes, I'm promoting Live Good. I'm still promoting Live Good. But that is just another caption page, okay, that I could use that site to promote everywhere. Okay. So again, it's still Live Good. Okay. It's still Live Good. Even have a page describing Live Good. All right. It's still Live Good. So Powerline Hub, it sounds like just like it's spelled, powerlinehub.com slash Big D Country. Okay. Escape to bigdcountry.com, escape to bigdcountry.com. Now,